Tonight, Nintendo unveils their newest console, and our thoughts on their newest games.
Hello everyone, Astovitha back again. And this time we are discussing the new Nintendo Direct. Specifically our thoughts on what our favourite games on the Switch 2. Anyway, the way this will work is that all the members who wanted to be in this video to discuss the Direct will discuss their favourite titles in the Direct. Starting with me, my favourite game in the Direct is Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment. This game is an established midquel to The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, and it follows the events hinted at in the flashbacks in Tears of the Kingdom, with Zelda and Rauru as the main characters and Ganondorf as the villain. The gameplay and the visuals look absolutely incredible, with all the diverse gameplay with each character, albeit only Zelda, Rauru and Minoru are shown. While the news on this game is low and we don't have a lot of information, what we do have is exciting. Especially since we're going into more detail on events that were only vaguely described. Although the long-awaited release of Metroid Prime 4 after all the years of waiting is also an exciting prospect, especially with the return of Psylux and a new look and moveset for Samus Aran. Same thing with a new Donkey Kong game after 11 years of the series being forgotten, save for remasters. But ultimately, Age of Imprisonment is my favourite, and I'm not the only one who has this opinion. What does my fellow colleague Chad Peterson think?
I have to agree with this one. I especially want to see more of Ganondorf in this game. Especially if he gets more added to his motivations and if he gets a lot more screen time overall. Also, Nintendo, if you're paying attention, please let Ganon be a playable character. If so, I might actually consider getting the Switch 2 and this game. The main issue is the price. Seriously, Nintendo needs to stop jacking up the price on everything every couple years. It's a bad business practice and needs to stop. I know there's a reason that it's outside of Nintendo's control, but it's political and I'm not getting into politics. Does this harm my excitement for the game? Not really, since I also love watching gameplay and listening to music, as well as drawing art based on the designs of characters. So this is still exciting to me, even if I likely can't experience it for myself. Alright, who's next?
Picking this one was not easy, but out of everything that was shown, I think I am most excited for Donkey Kong Bonanza. Not gonna lie, I'm getting some Mad Odyssey vibes from the gameplay alone, which I'm quite excited for. Not to mention, unless you count remasters, we haven't gotten a Donkey Kong game since Tropical Freeze, which was released back in 2014. Hell, I think I might go far enough to say this is my GTA 6.
I'm just going to be that guy and say Drag X Drive. That 3 vs 3 wheelchair basketball game that's built around dual mouse controls. Because remember, the Switch 2 can do mouse controls with its new Joy-Cons. This is cool that they're building a game exclusively around this function, and it's wheelchair basketball, which is cool and also really well immersive for being a basketball game using the mouse controls, because you actually can simulate moving a real wheelchair. Actually, each mouse represents a wheel, so move the left Joy-Con to alter the angle on the left wheel while pushing them together to move quickly. Or as I consider it, the spiritual successor to ARMS, which also was built around the Switch's attention to motion controls and motion detection, yet didn't really catch on, unfortunately. Although nowadays they're trying, it's basically Drag X Drive, it's Rocket League mixed, it's like the equivalent of ARMS, but we're fusing it with Rocket League. And yeah, I know, thoughts on other stuff, Mario Kart World looks okay, I guess. The new art style is okay and the free roam's cool, but it feels very Forza Horizon. Oh, and then there's also Street Fighter 6 for some reason. I get it, the game's big, a tournament scene, but I'm gonna be honest, yeah, even with the complete DLC edition, I think I would have preferred if they just announced a Switch 2 version of Fatal Fury City of the Wolves. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Over and out.
Holy hell. F-Zero GX coming to the GameCube app on the Switch too. I mean, let's be real, it's a marketing ploy, try to get you to, pay for the premium subscription, but shit, it worked on me. I am like the biggest F-Zero guy out there. I shit you not. Like, I love GX. That is my jam. It is a game that still holds up today, both visually and gameplay-wise. It is such a tightly controlled game. It has aged beautifully. And honestly, I kind of see potentially some good news coming out of this too. I mean, GX getting top billing on the GameCube app right after F-Zero 99 seems to have done really well. Could be getting a new F-Zero on the horizon. That is hopeful thinking. I mean, it's been about a little over 20 years since we got a new game, just saying. But man, my hands were actually shaking when I saw GX pop up on my screen. You have no clue. I mean, I guess I could probably talk about the GameCube app in general. A lot of really great stuff coming to that. You got, Path of Radiance, coming up. We got Wind Waker. That one's looking good. But like, nah, I'm the F-Zero guy, man. Yeah, no. So hype. So hype. Ooh. So many people are gonna get actually kind of stuck on that game. It's really hard. Really hard good. But you know what? That's part of the charm. It's one of those games where, like, it just keeps beating you down until you take an inch, and then another inch. Then you learn how to corner. It is a... I know it's cliche to say this, but it's kind of like a FromSoft game, kind of like a Dark Souls, kind of like a Bloodborne, in that everything that goes wrong, for the most part, is your fault. It's all about learning the patterns, learning the curves, learning the techniques, and as soon as you get good at it, it is a Zen-like experience. F-Zero GX, so happy to see you back.
Alright, that was everyone who wanted to be in the video that we had available, but now I turn to you guys.
Which Nintendo Direct reveal were you the most excited for?
Feel free to leave your opinion in the comments. Until then, see you next time everyone.
Pop.